Hey everybody, it's your girl Cherrell. I'm the host of Let's Talk. I want to thank you guys for tuning in this Tuesday, like you guys do every Tuesday. You guys are phenomenal. We have an amazing show tonight. I really can't wait to kick it with you tonight. We have an amazing show tonight. I want to make sure you guys go ahead and follow me on Instagram. Make sure you go ahead and follow me on Instagram on my personal page at MissCarter_1X. You can also go ahead and click the link in our bio and subscribe to our YouTube channel. There you can watch all the previous episodes and highlights and behind the scenes episodes to all our episodes. You don't want to miss this. Let me make sure. Also, use my code Let's Talk for 10% off your purchase at Carter's Gourmet Popcorn. You guys, they have some of the best popcorn. And like I told you, it's good because I don't lie about stuff. And I don't buy stuff I don't like. And I also don't share that popcorn with my son. So, it's so good. So, without further ado, we're going to get this party started. Make sure you share this live, tell a friend, and grab some popcorn. Okay, you're going to need it. Let's get our special guest on here today. And if you guys have any questions, I also want to encourage you guys to drop questions in my comment box so we can ask our guests questions. Oh, gosh. Let's see here. Okay, well, I think... Hello!
Hey, how y'all doing?
How are you?
I'm good.
Good to see you again.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
So, today's really special. Oh, you know what? Wait, I missed something completely. Okay, so the way we start the show is that you got to tell us something that you're grateful for. And I'll go first. I'm grateful for today. I'm grateful for another day. Plain and simple. So you got to tell us something that you're grateful for.
I'm grateful that I was able to, see another year. Today is actually my birthday.
Yeah.
So I'm grateful that it's my birthday, and I'm also grateful for all the beautiful women inside and out. I know this is Women Month. You know what I'm saying?
Oh.
I'm grateful for that too.
I'm here for the love. Okay, so let's see. You guys, you got to tell Bishop happy birthday because he decided to do an interview on his birthday. So I need to see all those happy birthdays in the comment section because he didn't have to be here today, guys. He could have been having fun. Okay. So bear with me here just one moment. I just want to see something really quick. Okay. All right. So you're grateful to have another year. How long have you been out of prison?
I've been out of jail for about 15 months.
15 months.
About 15 months. Oh, I'm sorry too about how I'm holding the phone. My phone is on the charger. I should have been more prepared.
No.
I'm sorry about that.
No, it's fine. So you've been out of prison 15 months. Everybody was really excited for this episode. Like I got a couple of questions. Like
Thank you.
You gonna be in it. Yeah, they were asking me, how you find him? And I'm like, I didn't really find him. He kind of found me. Actually, it's the other way around. So a lot of people really wanted to hear what you have to say today. So so I know you wanted to inspire somebody from this episode. So I definitely want to let you know that you built up the anticipation for it. So we're gonna rewind it back all the way until you were kids. So I know that you were removed from your mother's care because of some child abuse that took place. You want to tell me about that?
Yeah, when I was like 2 years old, my mother was dating this dude, and him and my mother had gotten into an argument or whatnot, and he basically threatened, to take my life away. And my mother didn't really take it serious, and she went to work or whatnot, and she got a call at work saying that you need to come home, and he had filled up a boiling hot bathtub full of water, and he placed me in it. And so from my feet to about right here, it's severely burned, and that happened when I was 2 years old.
What? And then you were removed from your mother's care as a result of that, right? You and your brother were, I don't want to say forced, but you guys were put into the foster care system.
Yes.
So did your mother's boyfriend ever serve time as a result of that?
No, because he came up with some elaborate story how I forced my way into the tub or whatnot, and then my mother, as crazy as this may sound, took his side. Like I don't think he did that to my child and all that. And then she ended up breaking up with him like 4 years later. Yeah.
Wow. But 4 years later, it's not like she broke up with him the next day or nothing. This was 4 years later.
Yeah.
Wow. And so you guys go into the system. What's your relationship like with your mom now? Like, do you resent her for that?
It's crazy because I'm actually got a cool personal relationship with my mother. She was on drugs for a lot of years, heavy, heavy, heavy. But right now she's off drugs. She got her own spot, doing good, and I just put it behind me, man. I believe every lesson. I mean, everything that happens in your life happened for a reason. So I put it behind me. I still talk to her. I still go see her, and I just, just let it be what it is. Like,
Really? You
yeah,
have a really forgiving heart. I admire that.
it took years to it took years of getting away, and you got to understand too. Like, I don't have the typical mother son relationship. I didn't grow up with my mother, so
Right.
that attachment of feeling like, okay, I loved you, but at the end of the day you betrayed me, that wasn't there. Like,
Oh, wow.
and so
Yeah.
yeah.
Whoa. That's a good point. I didn't even think about that. So what
Yeah.
is your relationship? Okay, so you go through the foster care system. You know, at what age what age were you and your brother adopted?
I was adopted at 6 years old. My brother is 3 years older than me. He was like 9.
Okay. And so what's your relationship like? Well, tell me about what is it like growing up in the foster care system? Because six, you can pretty much remember things at 6. What was that like, going from a foster care and what that process was like? Or at least what you can remember.
It was different because the family that adopted me wasn't supposed to adopt me. The foster family that I was living with, they couldn't really handle me and my brother. I guess they were saying we was too bad or mischievous or whatnot. So they kind of got rid of us, and so it was like a transition period. They needed to put us somewhere so another family can, you know, we just need to live somewhere so another family can come and adopt us and stuff like that. But the family
Right.
took me in and started watching us and everything, fell in love with us, and they just kept us. And
Aww.
it was different. Like 6 years old, I didn't really, like I said, I didn't really know my parents like that. My father was in prison when I was born, so
Wow.
that that mother or that father son relationship, like I said, was never there. I was taken away at 2 years old, so that was never there. So I never grew up thinking like, what's up with my parents? Why this and that? I didn't grow up like that. I was adopted by a beautiful family, and that became my family. And to this day, I look at them as my biological family.
Wow.
Yeah,
So we're gonna talk about your father serving prison time too, but what's your relationship like now with your adopted parents? Like,
it's cool. It's amazing. I wouldn't trade it for the world. They are beautiful family. Taught me a lot about church. Taught me a lot about instruments and how to play. Like, I know how to play the drums. I know how to play the keyboard, the piano. Like, and I learned that from them. I learned a lot of great values that I was never able to learn anywhere else, and I cherish that. So our relationship is amazing. It's amazing.
so it's safe to say maybe your love of music was influenced by your adopted family. Or we're gonna call you your family. We're not
Oh,
gonna call me. So it's
oh,
safe to say that's where your love of music came from. Your family.
yes, 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 100%. My cousin Jeremy, his father is a pastor, and he grew up playing the keyboard, and I wanted to always be like Jeremy. So I fell up behind his footsteps, and I learned different things. Don't get me wrong, I'm not Beethoven with the nothing. I just know how to, get by. But yeah, yeah, that's where it came from. Yeah,
So they kept you in church. It sounds like.
they did. I was an usher in church for like
What?
5 years. Yeah, for real,
What?
for real,
What?
for
Not
real.
us in church.
Yeah, I was an usher, man.
I grew up in church too, but I was not gonna do that. My mama
Yeah,
couldn't pay me to do
my
no stuff like that.
my adopted mom, he was really heavy in the church, so like, and then my whole family kind of like went there, so it was like I had a job young of being an usher. I loved it though. It was
You
cool.
did?
Yeah,
Oh, you a different kid. I would
'cause I
never
was
do
bad. Like when I didn't say bad, but I was mischievous. Like I I I got a kick out of like doing like things that I probably shouldn't have done. Like, I know people would be hot in church, so I'll be selective who I want to get a fans to. Like,
that. Oh no, you gonna sweat today. You gonna feel it today. You
yeah,
gonna feel it today. You
yeah,
I just this is not even, for this interview I was really specific and like I really want to get your message across to the people and I wanted to make sure I was able to bring that out. But this ain't a question that I wrote down. Why are you so selective about saying mischievous. Like you won't, like even when we talked on the phone, you will not say bad. You was like, I was real mischievous. Why are you so selective about that word? Does that mean something to you, or
I
why
think
is that?
I think saying a kid is bad, regardless of what the situation is selling that kid short. Because how can you be bad if you don't really know the true meaning of right from wrong? I believe bad is when you know right from wrong and you make the decision to do what you did, and that's bad. But when you don't really know how to make decisions like that and you really just trying to figure yourself out, then you're a little mischievous. You know, you can't be bad because you don't even know the true value of good. So how can you be bad? You
How
know?
and did people call you bad? Is that why that triggered something to you? Or is that why it stuck with you? Did people call you bad growing up, or why did that stick to you? Why are you so hard on yourself about calling yourself that?
Because I actually got that word from my fifth grade teacher. His name was Mr. Carter. And everybody used to say I was bad. And he would just be like, nah, Bishop just a little mischievous.
Wow.
And I just
Have you
always,
ever have you spoken to him since, like, you're 32 today? Have you talked to him since you've graduated from school or
nah,
anything?
I never seen him after fifth grade, never again.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. I just want to know. I just was like, why you keep doing that? I want to know why. But that's dope. That's dope. And I'm gonna have to say, well, I agree with you because I'm really selective about calling kids bad. I
Mm-hmm.
know it's kind of common in the Black community. Like, oh, he bad. I'm like, no, he just busy. Use a different B word. You want to say something? He ain't bad. He just busy. He's a kid. He
Yeah.
don't know no better. You know. So
Yeah.
I really like that. So fast forward, you're living with your adoptive parents, and I know you and I have a conversation, and you said that you eventually left home. Like, what caused you to leave?
Well, my adopted mother, and God bless her soul right now, she's still alive, but she's fighting something called dementia.
I
She's
know
80,
that.
she's like 86, 85 years old. But she had got sick back when I was younger. I was like 15 years old, and she couldn't really take care of me no more. Like I said, she a lot older, and so I had to go back into the foster care system. I'm 15 years old. My brother's 18, so she don't have to take care of him no more because at 18 he went into the Air Force. So it was just me, like, and I went back into the system and went back into group homes and stuff like that, mostly because she got sick.
Wow. And so I have two things about this. So we talked about group homes kind of grooming you for prison. Can you
Yeah,
just share with them like what that's about, or
yeah,
how did you come to that conclusion?
because people used to always ask me like, man, how you get through prison, man? You didn't have no family, you didn't have no friends, you didn't have none of this and this and that. But growing up in a group home as a kid, um, you have a roommate. There's a special time for dinner. There's a special time for lunch, breakfast, and everything you do amongst people in the group home. You don't really have a lot of outside um, influence or relationships. And so going to prison, I was already used to having a roommate. I was already or breakfast or lunch. I was already groomed to follow these rules or this is going to be these consequences and stuff like that. So the whole concept and the whole how they ran prison was something that I've already went through as a kid. Like adaptive mentality. I just became a chameleon. I just was able to accept it. Like
Wow. What? And so what was that separation? How was that separation between you going back into the system and your brother going off to the group home? Were you guys close? And like, did that, how did that affect your mental when your brother left?
um me and my brother was close because since day one we always been together. Same foster home,
Right.
same everything. And so when they took that element out of it, I had to learn something called survival because my brother always had my back. You know, he was like my dad. Like, to just be all the way real with you, like, he was older than me, but at the same time, he was like my father. You know, and yeah, it's that's kind of emotional for me because I know that my brother don't live the best right now. You know, and but yeah, the separation was very very hard for me, and I think that's when I became rebellious.
And you
Yeah.
say, I can tell that this is hard on you. And feel free to stop me if you don't want to go any further. But you say your brother's not living the best right now. And I know in one of your songs you mentioned, what I mean, you mentioned your brother getting kicked out of the Air Force. So what is his state of, like, what is his current state right now?
Um, my brother, he got addicted to drugs really bad. He got addicted to heroin, and he just started like going downhill. And for a dude that was always like like a nice looking young man. All the girls liked him and stuff. So I looked up to my brother, and
Right.
to see him deteriorate because of drugs and the decisions that he made. Like today, he's hard for me to recognize like that because I don't want to look at him in the light that I look at him. And the
Right.
only reason why I'm willing to say this on here today, because there's people on here that know my brother and stuff like that. The only reason why I'm sharing this today about him is for the simple fact that deep down, every chance I get, I said in the interview, I want you to hear this, bro. Like, I really want you to hear this, bro. Like, I really looked up to you, bro. Like, I really love you, bro. I learned a lot from you, bro. And to see you live the way you do, it really hurts me. So any platform that I have that I know that you're gonna come across and you're gonna support me, I want you to know that too, bro. Like, I love you. You're my brother, and I don't want you to live like that. So that's why I put it in my music, and that's why I put it in my interviews, because he supports me and he sees these things, and he won't talk to me on the phone about it. So this is how I have to reach out to him. This is how I
Wow.
have to do it. Yeah.
Was your brother ever as mischievous in the streets as you were?
Nah, like he always was like really smart. Like he was, that's the high, like education wise of the military.
Right.
Like he always graduated with honors. He always had, dude was always smart. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so, he in a rough environment. We had grew up in Compton and whatnot. But yeah, like it ain't never really get like that because he always prevailed out of it. Like it was like night and day with it.
Right. It looks like that. It seems like that now. Like you've gone through prison and now you're coming out turning your life around, and your brother, what looks like he's starting on the straight and narrow, is somehow some will call backpedaling. What do you think? What do you think changed for your brother? Why would he get to a point and then now this?
I think it was because I think it was because of shame. I think he put all his eggs into the military, and he looked at it as that a way out, you know. And when that didn't go right, I believe that he felt ashamed. He felt like he disappointed himself. So it was like it was hard for him to get a job. It was hard for him because when the military kick you out, I don't know if the people know, that's like it's like on the same level as being a felon, damn near. Like so,
Yeah, dishonorable discharge.
it's,
They carry that heavy.
yes, and after that, he just kind of like lost it and just started really going downhill. And I think it's because there's meant to shame. And I feel like not embarrassed of other people, but looking at him that way, I think he just embarrassed of how it all played out, knowing that he knew better. And
Wow, that's deep. Do you think that you always say you want him to hear that you love him and you care about him and you want him to do better? Do you think somehow that'll save your brother? Do you think that one day he'll see one of these messages or hear one of your songs and decide that he wants to get back on the right path?
um, that's something that I feel like only time would tell. But I will hope that I feel that I want to give my part. I don't um I don't want to get a call one day saying, the worst happened of an overdose or something, knowing that
Right.
I had a platform to use to reach out to him and I never did it. So I feel like me doing this, it kind of like psychologically tricked me to think that maybe I can save him by doing this. But really, he got to save himself and come at peace with whatever he feel that he need to do. At the end of the day, I do trick myself to believe that what I'm doing right now may save him. Yeah.
I understand. I don't think it's a trick though. I think somebody's love saved you, even though you eventually went off to serve, two separate prison times. Your adopted mother love to a degree grounded you, even though you had your own path. I wouldn't say that you're tricking yourself. I think that is a constant reminder, and I do think that your brother to a degree uses this to fuel himself, and hopefully your love saves him
He
one day,
right
like
there.
somebody's
Just
love saves you.
right now. My
You
brother
said
just joined
what?
right now. That's him. My brother just
Oh,
joined right now.
wow, he's
The
listening.
right there says CE the future. That's my big brother, man. Like I was just talking about you right now, bro. So that's crazy.
Do you think it ever bothers him when you share this or when you put these things in your songs? I know me and my sisters always like of our childhood is always like don't ever go putting our shit out in public? Like, do you think that ever bothers your brother, or do you use this to just genuinely you want to see him do better? You want to lift him up?
Yeah, I think and it makes me like emotional talking about this. It's
I,
because it's because like I would never disrespect my brother as a man. Like I would never use what he going through to try to feel better. You know, I just look at it like I play every song before it ever released. He heard it. We rode in a car. We rode in a car, driving on a road trip. We was going to California because right now I'm in Vegas right now. So we was going to California, and I let him hear every song. I would never disrespect my brother and put stuff in my music about his life or things that I disagree without letting him hear it first. Because if my like anybody that know me, I don't care about the fame, bro. Like I don't care about really blowing up and being this big famous rapper. I do it because this is what I love to do. So before I sell myself short to disrespect my brother, if he come to me and be like, bro, I like that song because you said this, then I'm gonna scrap it. Like for real, because I got more respect for my brother and our relationship than trying to win off of.
your loyalty runs deep. Is admirable. Yeah, yeah, yep. Yeah, it was freezing up on us. Bear with this here, guys. We're just going through some. There we go. Can you see me? Can you hear
Yeah,
me? Yes. No. Okay. Perfect. And your brother said it doesn't bother him.
yeah, I can. Yeah,
Okay. You can hear me? Okay. And did you see your brother's comment? He said it doesn't bother him.
there it is.
Where it's
Yeah, I
freezing
see
up
it.
a little
Yeah,
bit. Okay. All right. So we're gonna move. Oh wait, it's freezing up again. Okay. So we are running into some difficulty here, guys. Bear with us here just a moment. Okay, you back? Can you hear
you want
me?
me to rejoin?
Yeah. Let's exit out
Uh,
and then let's try it
uh,
again.
all right.
Let's try it again. So we're gonna try this again. Bear with us here, guys. So Bishop's gonna exit out, and then we're gonna try this one more time. If you guys got questions for Bishop in regards to what prison is like, what his story is like, go ahead and drop those in. Drop those questions in a little question thing. We'll definitely ask him. From K Pierce to honestly such a touching and inspiring story. Thank you for sharing. Of course, thank you guys for watching. Bishop definitely wanted you guys to hear his story, and he definitely wants to help sway some other young men to change their life and do better. So, this is Bishop's story. I'm just grateful that, he's given me the opportunity to share it with you guys. So let's see here. Okay, let's see. Okay. All right, you back. Technology is so funny. Y'all, Instagram be hating. I'm trying to tell y'all. Instagram hate when, bro, me and Bishop got music coming soon. People say you
You
got
can see
music
me.
coming soon. Somebody said loving this. You're getting a lot of love in here, Bishop. How you feeling? Oh, well, he asked it out again. Y'all, Instagram be hating, okay? They be really hating. When I have these, when I'm doing these shows, you guys, I wish you guys really could just see like the type of stuff. So I did get a question. I didn't ignore your question. We're going to get to that question. Let's just try to get Bishop back here. I know that we're running into some technical difficulties. So just bear with us here a few moments. We're going to get this up and going here. Instagram really be hating y'all. Okay, let's see. Okay. So bear with us here just a few moments. Um, we're going to get this back going. Okay, you're back. Good to go? You can hear
It's
me,
working.
see me?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay, better. Okay. So we're gonna move just past that, and you told me you were your former gang member. How did that come about? How did you get into gangs, and like what age were you when you joined?
Um, with as far as the gang thing went, I was never this is funny. I was never really gangster. Like like I never had that mentality to go and shoot people and all that type of stuff. Like I was never really gangster, so I grew up around it. And then I just chose to follow. Like it wasn't even really like I was like full-fledged in it. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's just something that I just chose to do. But it wasn't I never looked at myself like that, you know, but due to the circumstance, that's what they look at me as. But it started young, man. It started like about 16, 17 years old of wanting to portray to be something that I knew I really wasn't. And then as I got older, I started following behind it heavy. But today I could tell you as a man, like I'm not no gang member. I'm not no street dude. I made bad decisions. I grew up and I learned things from the streets, but that's not who I am as a person. And I'm sorry if I tricked y'all for thinking that's what I was, man.
So most people then, unless people know you, they be like, okay, I know he's not like that. He's this changed man. If I wouldn't know you, I see the tattoos. So I'm judging you. I remember we also talked the tattoos. They would sway somebody otherwise, but what do you think people see when they look at you? You got what is it, a cross? Is it a teardrop or a cross on your face?
That's a cross.
So you got a cross on your face. You got the tattoos everywhere. Tattoos are pretty common, but you look like you might be into some stuff. How do you think people view you? I don't trip
I
about tattoos. I don't think it's a big deal.
I know a lot of people just off the rip, just meeting me, look at me like a young street punk, you know what I'm saying? Like but it don't you when we talked that's something that I brought on myself. Like I chose to get tattoos. I chose to, become a felon and commit the crimes that I did. So when people look at me in that light of, okay, you got tattoos or you a felon, so I ain't really messing with you like that. Like in a sense, it's kind of true. Like you do got tattoos on your face. You are a felon. So now at this point, you need to be yourself and help them to be able to adapt to the new you. So yeah,
Right.
man, I love you too, auntie. That's my auntie right there. I was definitely raised right. She know I was just talking about the family about 10 minutes ago, auntie.
And so, how did you get to a point to accept that, that people are right about how they may view me? How did you get to that point to say, you know what, this is you right, but I'm gonna try to prove you wrong anyway?
When I put on that shirt and it said CDCR inmate, like
Wow.
that was real reality check, because it's like, man, they got us wearing this CDCR shirt that says inmate on the back. Well, guess what? It says Correctional Department, Detention, California Detention Correctional Rehabilitation. That's where I'm really at. And it says you an inmate. I go in the cell every night, so that's what I'm really am. So I just had to embrace that. Like ain't nobody putting these labels on you. You grabbing these labels and putting them on yourself. Like, so I had to learn that. You know what I'm saying?
Wow. And so let's fast forward. You can tell me how comfortable you are, kind of discussing your charges. You're facing your first prison sentence. You were 19, right?
Yes.
And then
19 years old.
you served 2.5. I think you said 2 years, 7 months in prison.
Yes. Yes.
At 19, what was I doing at 19? I was like, I was in college at 19. I was partying, probably getting drunk, drinking too much. I don't know, doing crazy stuff. But I was in college. At 19, you were facing 2.5 years. What do you remember after you hearing that gravel hit, quarter jarred? You've been sentenced to 2.5. What do you remember about that moment?
Um,
Or do you
because that was
even
the
remember
first.
that moment?
Nah, it was the first time that I was going to prison. So 2 years is a long time. Like I started thinking like, damn, I got to do 2 years, 7 months. Like, damn, 2 years ago I was 17, so I got to do from 17 to 19. Like I started looking at it from that aspect, like, you know what I'm saying. And then I just did it, but I think I took that time for granted, to be honest with you. That led to me to go back again. I did two
Yeah.
years, 7 months. It's not a lot of time. I went to like a kiddie jail, like the jail I went every Friday. They had popcorn and soda and
What?
movies. Yeah, it was really
Was
it
you
was
in camp
really
or did you go to prison? Like which
it
one
was
did
prison. It was prison, but it was called a MCCF. So like all the inmates that's considered good or first time ever in jail, they send you there first. They don't want to throw you with the hard criminals. So I went there. I had my feet kicked up. I'm watching movies. I'm going outside anytime I want to. We had jobs to where we was able to go into the community and clean up the city hall and all that type of stuff. So I was like, this is prison? Like, it was nothing. Like, but it took that second time when you had to go and be in that cell and on that level 4 yard and really be like, hey, I ain't trying to do this no more.
Right,
like,
this for big dog. So let's
yeah.
talk about, I know one thing that we talked about that was really important was the 3 strikes. When you served that first prison sentence, how many strikes did they count against you? 2?
They gave me 2 strikes.
They gave you 2 strikes. And then you said that usually people just take those 2 strikes in a deal with a court-appointed attorney so that they can just get quick time and get out, right?
Because I was looking at anywhere from like 10 to 12 years.
Wow.
So the DA came and was like, how about you take 3 years and
2
you only have to do 2 strikes, but off of 3 years you only have to do 2 years 7 months. So I'm like, so you telling me I don't have to get 10 or 12? I can go home in 3 years? And I took it.
All right, let's see. You're freezing up. Okay, you're back. So when you said that, what it sounded like to me, it sounds very similar to the insurance companies. It sounds like, oh yeah, you can come pay this ticket, but we're gonna smack you with 3 points. And it's like, yo, what the fuck? I'll just pay the ticket. But it's like, we'll dismiss your ticket, we'll just give you these points. So it sounds like a scam. They wrap you up, try to give you a little bit of something, but they really screwing you over in the end. So yeah, you only got 2 years and 7 months, but we smacked you with 2 strikes. So you got one more time, and then you striked out. And you end up going back to prison at 22, 3 years later. And this time you were facing how many years exactly? Can you hear me? You guys, can you hear me? You can hear me, okay. You, at 22, you're facing, okay, can you hear me now? Okay, perfect. Sorry about that, guys. Okay, so you're back in front of a judge at 22. How many years are you facing again for armed robbery?
41.
41 years. And they smacked the gravel this time, and they sentenced you to 8 years. What was that moment like?
It was a sense of relief because I was facing 41 years, and I was facing, all right, because if I got struck out, I was going to get 25 to life. I'm just saying this so the viewers can understand what I'm talking about. So I would have got 25 to life just for the crime. And then they was trying to give me a 10-year gun enhancement. So that made it 35. Then they give you something called a felony enhancement. So that was another 5 years. So altogether, that became 40. And because I went to prison before, they give you a 1-year prison prior. So that became 41 years. So I'm looking like man, like me taking them 2 strikes on my first cases came back and hunt me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And they know people like me that's young, that's still in the streets, still trying to be part of shit that you ain't supposed to be a part of. They know that when you take this 2 strikes, we gonna see you again.
Exactly. Yeah. And that's how they get you. You come back that one more time, and now you done struck out, depending on what your charge is.
Exactly.
And so at what point did you become really familiar with the justice system and how they work when it comes to the 3 strike laws?
Because I went pro per. Pro per is when you become your own attorney. So when I was in the county jail fighting my case, I was looking at a lot of time. My appellate defender wasn't really working for me. So I became my own attorney. And I wasn't really studying or nothing, just trying to cheat the system. It's like a loophole in California to where if you become pro per, which is you become your own attorney, and then you give up your pro per status, it's a conflict of interest to send you back to the public defender department. So they got to give you a state appointed, which means the state of California has to go get you a real attorney. So that's how I did.
Wow.
Yeah.
And you learned all this on your own?
Nah, an older dude, man, named Big Lad from Pasadena. He was like, hey, youngster, you're looking at a lot of time. You want to make sure you got your discovery. You need to make sure that your co-defendants and stuff is not telling on you. You need to know everything that's going on in your case so you can know what you're up against. They're not going to get, when you go pro per, they're going to have to give you all the evidence and all the stuff that they have because you're going to be your own attorney. Until you take that paperwork and then you make them go buy you an attorney. So an older dude gave me that game right there.
And who was this guy? Was this another guy in jail, or was this a family friend or something?
Nah, he was another dude in jail that I grew up around. Yeah, he really gave me that knowledge. He actually told me and my co-defendant to do it, but my co-defendant was kind of like didn't want to do it, so I did it.
Wow. Somebody else serving time, well aware how the system can play black men, gave you advice that shorted you what, 32 years? Saved you 32 years of your life. So you get in there, and I know we were talking about, I think there's a movie on Netflix or something that talks about the first day.
Yeah.
Can you hear me? It's still saying you're loading on my side. Let's see. You there? Can you hear me? Instagram be hating. I'm trying to tell y'all, man, Instagram do not show any love. Okay, I can see you now. All right, bear with us, guys. Here, we're going to wait till Bishop comes back in to get this going. Let's see here. I want to thank you guys for tuning in. I know I got a question here. If you guys got any more questions, feel free to drop them in our little question thing, and we're going to ask Bishop in just a few moments here. Let's get him back on and keep going. Let's see here. Man, Instagram be hating, y'all. They don't ever want to see a sister doing good. Are you there?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. All right, great. Okay, so tell me about do you remember your last day in prison? You're 22?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, not you're 22. You're 30.
Mm-hmm.
And is your last day?
Actually, I'm 29.
29. Okay, there you go. You're 29. Oh, so you got out before you were 30.
Yeah, but because I was doing so good in prison, they released me to a program called MCRP, which is like I got to do my last year in the world, but amongst the community. Yeah.
Okay, so before we fast forward to your last day, we're gonna talk about all the things and opportunities that prison afforded you. You told me that you became an EMT, you graduated high school. Tell me about all the things that you accomplished in prison.
I got my high school diploma. Not a
Let's see what's going on. You still freezing up here?
I became an EMT. I started taking mentorship classes. I became did a lot.
You did a lot. What changed? What changed this prison sentence versus the first one?
Like I said, having to go up there and be around was obviously tough.
Oh my gosh.
Tougher than me, and that changed me.
That changed you. So let's fast forward. You've accomplished being an EMT, you graduate high school, you're able to spend your last year amongst the community, getting acquainted with the community. Your last night in prison, what is that like? Do you remember what that's like?
What, my last day?
Your last night in prison, yeah.
Yeah, couldn't even sleep. Happy. It was happy, but I was sad because I built relationships with people that I would never see again physically, because they never getting out of jail. So that people don't know, when you go to jail, you let things what with people that's considered strangers that you somehow build like a brotherly bond with, to where it's almost like you leaving one of your family members,
Wow.
you know? And yeah, so that was kind of hard for me. Yeah.
So do you ever reach out to those people? Do you ever try to connect with her, keep up with them? Or do you just say, you know what, that was a past season in my life. I'm moving forward. I don't need to reach back out to those people.
I got 3 people that I still, communicate with, and they older gentlemen, and these are the people that changed my perspective on life, on who I was as a man. Like I told you, like I learned how to do things for myself as a man in prison that I should have learned as a kid,
Right.
and these people taught me these things, and so therefore, like I told you, the first time I ever learned how to use a pair of clippers on my face was in prison. The first time I've ever, learned how to, like, correctly, keep up with your hygiene and stuff was in prison. Like, that. And I got to give that to them older gentlemen that set me down, that really had real powerful conversations with me, and just showed me how to become a young man. And that's something that I'm always grateful for.
I love to hear it. So moving forward, you get out of prison, and obviously this prison sentence has changed you compared to the first one. And I asked you this because I asked you this when we talked, and I think it's important to have these conversations with yourself out loud. Do you think that you will go back to prison?
I don't feel like it's nothing that I'm doing that could put me back in prison, or I don't believe where my mind at right now will ever put me back in prison. But then again, I don't put myself in them situations. So it's kind of like a person that stopped doing drugs, right?
Right.
They don't come around drugs. They don't come
Exactly.
around drugs no more. So they say they will never do drugs again. But do you know if you ever, well, what if you was around drugs, So I don't live in
Right.
the hood. I don't live.
And I know you told me that you have goals and you have
That's all
ambitions
I
now,
can say
and those types of things keep you from.
about that. Like, I don't plan on going to prison or nothing. And
It's crazy. Oh, it's freezing up. Can you hear me?
yeah.
Okay, it's freezing up on my end. Um, so I know you said that you have goals and ambition now,
I gotta get up
and
and go.
that's what keeps y'all Instagram be hating. I'm trying to tell y'all. Okay, so you're still circling on mine. Okay, there you go. Can you hear me? You can see me. I can hear you. I can hear you. I can see you. You said that you have goals, you have ambitions for your life, and that's the difference between this prison sentence and that one. What is it? What has that prison sentence done for you now? What it is instilling you that you taking with you and that you wake up with every day to keep going to stay on the right path in life.
Knowing that I got a dream. We tend to give up on ourselves when we don't got dreams. I got a dream that's very realistic. I do music. I surrounded myself with great positive people, talented people. So I feel like I'm in a position to make my dream come true. And the people that I connect with are brilliant. Like, there's a producer that I work with. His name is Pyro the God. And when I say this dude is brilliant, this dude is brilliant. Like, he teaches me a lot about Black history. He teaches me a lot about his history as a man, and he teaches me a lot of things outside of music that that I'm able to apply to my life, but at the same time put it in my music so I can give that knowledge to other people. And just people like him that keeps me going and keep me, sane. I have a great mentor named Cass. By my side. He helps me with everything that he can. I could go to him with any problem. Um, I got a beautiful young lady that's very supportive. I think it's mostly of my support system. My support system helps me with everything. So I think that's why I feel grounded and stuff like that.
I love it. So I had a question for you. I think that because you were so adamant about making sure that somebody hears this and that you hope that it inspires somebody to change their life around. Why is that so important for you?
Because I had somebody do it for me. And at times when I was lost, and times where I thought I loved myself, but I really didn't love myself. And when I had excuses and, I just felt like the whole world was against me, I had people to come into my life that that gave me hope, and that's something that would always stick with me. And I feel like I need to give that hope to someone else. Like I told you, like I don't even care about doing this so I can get more streams or I could get more followers on my Instagram. I don't care about none of that. Stream my music, you don't stream it. If you don't follow me on Instagram, you don't follow me. But the little bit of knowledge that I do have, a little bit of wisdom and experiences that I've been through, if I'm able to get that to somebody, things that, that's appealing to other people, but I just got to give you my truth. My truth can change somebody else.
I love that. And I think that, you are somebody's child, and eventually, do you want to have children?
Yeah.
What is,
Yeah. So
oh God.
so I can't really go into detail about like me, with that situation because I just got accepted for a show. Me and my girlfriend just got accepted for a show on MTV called Stashed. And if y'all follow me, y'all really get to know me a little bit more. It's supposed to air in September. I won't be starting filming in March. Yeah. And so that part, I don't really want to talk too much about because it's gonna be something big later on down the line that's gonna reveal everything about that.
Oh, darn, guys. Damn it. I had a question. All right. So we'll skip past that. Then we'll skip to if you could talk to one young man in jail right now, what is one piece of advice you give him?
Be yourself. I've seen a lot of dudes come to jail with only 2 years that got life because they chose to do something to fit in while they was in jail. I've seen people run with the wrong crowds. I've seen people put themselves in a lot of compromising situations. I've seen kids come in that never did drugs in their life, and now they come out of jail as drug addicts.
Wow.
Just be yourself. Be yourself. Be who you are, and stand on what you believe in. And if people don't accept that, then maybe you ain't need to be accepted. Just
I love that. Wow.
be yourself. Stand on what you believe. Yeah.
What? Okay, and this is a question I've been asked, and I really like this question. What would you say to your future self?
Long time ago. That's what I would have told people. We should have did this a long time.
I love that. Why? What should you have done a long time ago? What? Oh my
Hold
God.
on.
You're freezing up on my end. Okay. Well, let's see. We'll skip that. We got a question for you. Someone has a question that says, how does being in jail affect your mental in the long run?
Hold on. What about now? What about now?
Hold on. It's loading. Instagram is such haters, y'all. Because if I was out here talking some mess, I have no static. Let's see. Okay. It says, how does being in jail affect your mental in the long run?
Say that one more time.
How does being in jail affect your mental in the long run?
Um, it really wears you down. I develop anxiety. I have real bad anxiety attacks, and I, I deal with it every day. I have a fear of people. You know, I have a fear of a lot of things, and a lot of these fears I never had before that I developed in jail. And I didn't see people eat dinner with you, and at the same time reach across the table and stab somebody, you know? So it's kind of like it's hard to really trust and really like put my all into something, and that bothers me, you know, a lot. But like I said, I'm working on that because I got great people in my life, man.
Wow.
But to answer your question about future self, me and my future self will be sitting somewhere on a boat in the middle of the ocean. And I'll be like, man, why we didn't do this a long time ago, man? Like you know, we had that real heart to heart.
Do what a long time ago?
I just feel like how my life is set up right now, and the people that I have in my life, and the opportunities that I have, that everything that I wish for as far as music is going to happen in the next year, and it's going to go to a place where I feel like I couldn't even imagine, and I believe that because of things that I have set up, like the producers that I work with, the people that I have in my life, the support team, the opportunity with MTV, you know, just all these things just keep coming with me, and I only been out of jail for 14, 15 months. So just imagine in the next year where I should be at, you know, and I'm projecting nothing but success, and I don't measure that by money. I measure that by accomplish my dreams, like what I set out for, and I believe that's gonna happen. So we're gonna be on that boat talking together.
I love to hear it. I love to hear it. This episode was genuinely everything I thought it would be, and so this is genuinely, and I'm so
Man,
excited. You said what?
I said I really appreciate for having me, man. I really do, man. I love telling my story. I love talking about, you know, growth and development. So this was right up my alley.
I'm happy you enjoyed it. So we gotta wrap this up, y'all. But before you go, we gotta
hold on. Shout out my little cousin Bezos Gambino. I do it for people like him. He's actually locked up right now.
Wow.
So don't ask me how you on Instagram and none of that. I can't really go into
I ain't got no listen, I ain't got no questions. I don't got no
I'm just playing with you. Nah, that's my little cousin, man. I love that dude, man. I want you to know, Hack, man, Pookie, I love you, bro. And everything that I do out here is for us, bro. And when you come home, we gonna be in a better position, so you won't have to go through the things that I went through, man. I just want you to know that. You know, free bezels. That's why free me,
flag
man.
on the plate,
free
bro.
bezels.
He in the comment section talk about free me. He is not in the comment section talk about free me. Bye. I can't.
For real. For real. But another thing that I want to say too. Can I use this time to do something special, please?
I'm nervous. What is it? Go ahead.
I wanna thank a couple people, man. If you don't mind, I want to thank DJ Durong for everything that he done with me and everything that he did to believe in me. I wouldn't have known Pyro if it wasn't for him. I wouldn't have my records spent on the radio if it wasn't for him. They have a very good project out. I ain't gonna say good, that's an understatement. A great project that's out right now. It's called They Didn't See Us Coming. It's on all platforms. I want y'all to go check that out, man. I also want y'all to go tap in with Pyro the God. I want y'all to tap society movement, because this is about to be something that's about to change hip hop forever. Like, I really believe that in forever. God Society, the way this is about to be so unique and so different that people stand this, man. I want to thank Yada. They treat me like a little brother, and I respect that, bro. I want to thank Cass. I want to thank my little son for just so I want to thank everybody. I hope I didn't forget nobody.
Oh my gosh, wait. All right. Well, before we go, we still got to let them know where they can find you on social media and how they can stream your latest project.
Hello?
Let's see. Okay, where can
Got
they
me.
find you on Instagram?
Last two people. DP, I love you. Shout out DP. And thank you to my brother 50, Ray Shine. I love you, bro. Thank you for all the support. You can find my music on Apple Music, all platforms.
This is so I hate. Okay, let's see. It's freezing. Oh my goodness. Spotify. Can you guys hear him? Because I can't hear him. If you can hear me, let me know you can hear me. If you can hear, but it's gone. All right, hold on. Let's get it back up here. Hold on. Let's see here. Okay. Okay, so let's let Bishop come back in. He's gone. We can hear you. I know you guys can hear me now. It was on Bishop's, and let's see if we can get him back on here. Let's get him back in. You guys, I really wish you guys understand how Instagram plays me. They really be making it so difficult for me. Okay, let's see if we can get Bishop back on here, guys. I do not want to wrap this show up without giving him the opportunity to close out. So bear with me here just a few moments. Okay, there we go. There we go. Okay, so bear with me here. Bear with me here just a few moments, you guys. I want to give Bishop the opportunity to close out. Is Bishop, I need to, before I accept anyone coming on the line, I need to know if Bishop's coming in from that account. Let's see here. Why is my thing freezing? Okay, so bear with us here just a few guys here. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and accept that request, you guys. Whew. Okay, so we're gonna let it log in. Okay, there you go.
All right.
Okay, so I'll let you go ahead and finish giving out your last thank yous and where people can find you and stream your music.
All right, you can find me on Apple Music. You can find me on every platform at Bishop with the Juice, BISHOPWITHDA Juice. You can find me on SoundCloud. You can find me on YouTube, and you could probably find me in your heart to go stream my music. Nah, I'm playing, but but to just finish my thank yous and stuff, man. I don't want no discrepancies. People in my DMs like, why you didn't say my own name? I just want to say thank everybody, man, for everything that you did for me. If I forgot your name, shout out to Cash. She was the woman that came into my life and managed me. I didn't have not one song out, and she managed me and believed in me as if I was Drake or something. You know what I'm saying? So I shout out to her too, man. Shout out to everybody. Like I said, from Pyro to God, to JR Castro, to Vic, to Big Manny, to Yada, to Fat Trail, to everybody, man. I appreciate it, man. And God Society, like I tell you, remember that name, God Society. It's gonna be something big. It's gonna be something positive. It's gonna be something unique, and it's about to be something that's gonna really change hip hop. And I'm excited about it. And I'm excited that I was able to be a part of it. And tune into a show that I'm gonna be on. It's called Stash. It's gonna be on MTV. I'll start filming the middle of March. It'll come out September.
We're gonna be looking out for it. Don't worry. We definitely gonna promote that for you. And the thing with the ritual with the show, you gotta go out the same way you came in. You gotta give us something else that you're grateful for.
I'm grateful for you giving me this opportunity. I'm grateful for me to be able to tell you my story, and for you to see it as something that's, you know, that the world need to hear. Because I look at your platform and I respect it. Like I said, I seen you for the first time with Yada, and I don't believe that you do this for views. I don't believe you do this for follows. I believe you do this because you're really trying to share light to other people's platforms, and I respect that. I really do.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. And that's genuinely why I do it, because sister ain't got that many views. But I genuinely do it just because I do want to make a difference in my community, and I do want to leave my mark. And I do believe that telling your story heals other people's and it improves that story. So that's exactly why I do this. And I thank you for seeing that. And continues to reach out to me, because we know how this was going the first the
Yeah,
first time.
for real, for real, for real. And
um,
stay in contact too.
always.
I got some dope people with some great businesses. Like I said, Pyro, you need to have him on here.
Okay, definitely.
Um,
You on my Instagram, we can always talk.
yeah.
And let's see, we gotta wrap this up. I'm gonna say what I'm grateful for before I leave today. I would say that I want to say that I'm grateful to have Bishop on here today. I'll definitely say that I'm grateful for you. I'm grateful that you were able to be vulnerable here and to express that, because in some moments I can definitely tell it's extremely emotional for you and it's a little difficult. But I appreciate you for taking that opportunity to step outside what maybe your comfort zone and express that, because you never know what it triggered in somebody else to want to heal in themselves. So I definitely appreciate that. I want to thank everyone for joining tonight, all the beautiful love. And before we go, you guys, we always got to wish Bishop a happy birthday, because he could have been doing anything today on his birthday, but he decided to sit down and take this interview today. So happy birthday to you. I wish you many, 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 many more in your life and many more years here. And I know that this is just the start of our relationship. I will see you in the future when our careers are much bigger and booming.
For sure.
What else, you guys? Make sure you use my code Let's Talk for 10% off your purchase at Carter's Gourmet Popcorn. You guys can find us somewhere in our comment section. Make sure you guys also tune in next month, because March is Women's History Month. I'll be sitting down with the founder of Women in Hip Hop, Piper Carter, next week. You guys don't want to miss it. And as always, you guys, my name is Cherrell Carter. I'm the host of Let's Talk, and this ain't a podcast. I will see you guys next Tuesday. Bye, Bishop.
Bye-bye.